temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Hurts throwing right away. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. A solid stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Hurts on the option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cleveland offense making their way out. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. They will start this drive with Ford. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there is no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. The handoff to Ford up the middle. They juked him, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
They set up the screen to Chubb. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
We're following the made field goal for 3. Hopkins now to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, James Prochet. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And trouble trying the middle here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Zach Ball
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Here's 2nd and 7.
It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Cedric Tillman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
This will be caught once again by Brown. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Hurts to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to work.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Back to throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go, first and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So now it's Watson and the Browns.
Down 14-10, 37 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Watson.
He's going to let it fly.
That is incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Watson.
And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Watson.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Watson to throw.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
This is 1st and 10. Now Watson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now it's Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Garden. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.